Hello everybody, it's Kort and I'm back, and this time today I am going to be playing Space Engineers. Now this is a game that's been out for a little while, but this is pretty much the first time I've laid my hands on it. I had a quick go a few hours ago just to get a feel for the controls and what buttons do what, and I'm starting a brand new world now in survival. So no cheating allowed. This is me starting from scratch. So first of all, I should probably explain what Space Engineers is. If you're brand new to the game, it's effectively a little bit of a cross between, I suppose I could best describe it as Minecraft and a space sim. So in short, you get start in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of space, with some asteroids around you, as you can see here. In a very basic ship. See here, that's me, that's my ship. And you can make your home on an asteroid or build your own home. Let's say it's Minecraft in space. And just like Minecraft, there are mechanics to the game. So just as in Minecraft you had redstone, which effectively was the equivalent of electricity, and you could build various mechanisms. It's reasonably similar to this. So you can build spaceships, large and small, in space stations, and they all require power to run. So you have to make sure you build either solar panels or nuclear generators, or reactors, should I say, and make sure you power your stuff. You have to mine stuff, so you mine these asteroids for various minerals to build things, and you have to, but in order to do that you need tools. Once you've got that and you've got your minerals, you need to put them into a refiner to get the everything that you need to then build in something called an assembler. And once you've got enough of everything, you can build your fancy spaceships and everything else. And of course this is online play as well, so you could have your other friends join in, and you could have competitive matches. So you could have like a timed game. You could have red versus blue, and you've got maybe 3 hours to build a base or build your spaceships and have it out, or whatever you fancy. But obviously this is my survival world, and it's just going to be me. Now I'll explain a little bit about the controls and what have you. On the left you'll see information about just me. So there's a panel there saying I'm piloting a large ship. That's my health, whether I'm using my jetpack. Dampeners. So dampeners basically are, if I don't actually push myself in a particular direction, my thrusters will fire to basically stop me where I am, so I don't sort of fly to control wherever I am. Lights are exactly what you think they are. They're lights. If I get out of my seat now, so if I press T, and here I am, so I can be in first person view. So here I am walking around my ship. Not a lot to see at the moment. If I go into third person view, so that's me. And there I am. It's all very yellow. Let's go back to first person. So yeah, you can see how much I weigh at the moment, 130 kilos. How fast I'm moving, and energy. So energy is my main, I suppose, my health really, as well. I've got health, but this is my energy runs to 0, I will die. So you can think of energy as oxygen. You don't actually have oxygen, but basically if your energy runs out, you're in trouble. And you have these things called medical stations. So this part of the medical station, if you hold down T, it regenerates your energy, providing there is power to the ship or to the medical station or medical room. And this here is also allows you to edit your player model, which at the moment is only one astronaut, and I can change my colour. So I can say I'm going to be red. Let's do that now. And if you die, you have the chance to respawn at your medical room, providing you have one. If not, and you don't have permanent death on, you might be able to spawn in another ship. Of course, I'm free to leave the room here, or the ship, so if I just press T for use, I can fly outside the ship. And here we are. It's me flying around. Like so. And I can rotate and do whatever you would expect to do in a spacesuit. Let's just go back in here. And you have gravity generators that give you just that, gravity. So if I turn off my jetpack, gravity takes effect, and gravity is created by these things called, well, just that, gravity generators. Now this screen here is the terminal, and it shows all the objects of interest within your current grid. Now a grid is basically the entity that you are connected to, or at least looking at. So in this case it's the ship, and this ship is made up of various special components, and these are all components that either require power, create power, or do something special. So it doesn't show the main building blocks, but it shows everything else. So you can see you've got thrusters here, the reactor, cargo, refinery, medical room, lights, gyroscopes. Gyroscopes actually help you turn. So here I have, if I click on the gravity generator, I can turn it on or off, I can even rename it, and I can change the field shape and size and how much that does. I'll go, it's turned me upside down. See it on the screen behind there. So that's really useful in mining, because if you're outside your ship and you need gravity, so all your minerals drop somewhere, you can turn on the gravity field. Of course, this all uses power, so you need to make sure your generator has enough power. So coming over here, I'm just going to click on a terminal here. This is a refinery. It all takes me to the same screen. So if I look at my where are we? Let's look at the inventory. So again, this shows me all the things I can look at that hold things that are in my ship. So because my ship contains a refinery, this is the refinery screen, nothing in there. I have a small cargo hold, nothing in there. I have an assembler. This is something that makes your items. The reactor. Okay, the reactor has some uranium in it at the moment, so if that runs out, I'm in trouble. I run out of power. If I run out of power, that's it, I'm done. And a collector, and that's basically a point where you can have items in your inventory pass out of the ship into something else. So there's a conveyor system within this. You can pass items from object to object, and you can make conveyor belts. So you could say, well, I'll have something suck in some ingots or some minerals from the outside world. It can go down a tube into the refinery, which then creates the, what I needed to create, and then I can have another conveyor which then takes perhaps the uranium ingots and puts it into the reactor. So you can pass things along. So that's the inventory. Control panel we've seen. You get to see where you have different controls for different types of object within the ship. You can turn them on and off, and depending on what the object is, you may be able to do some other things with it. Production, this is all to do with the assembler. Now these are the things you can make. Now there's 4 sub-menus here. So as I mentioned before, you can build large ships, small ships, and stations. So stations and large ships use large blocks. So these are all the types of blocks you can build, ranging from sort of static objects that allow you just to create the shape of what you're building, to objects that require power or do things. So you've got Gatling turrets, missile turrets, all sorts of weird and wonderful things. Again, if you're playing multiplayer, these can shoot down the opposing ships coming towards you, or asteroids for that matter. There you go, you've got a spherical gravity generator there, gravity generator, medical room, ore detector, there's all sorts of things. And then you've got the small blocks. A lot of these are very similar, but they're actually sort of, I think, 25% of the scale of the large block, so it allows you to make smaller, more detailed looking ships. Tools, that's exactly what it says here. So as you can see, you've got rifles there, so you can play wars not just with your spaceships, but actually person to person. Welder, so a welder allows you to, once you've put the basic block somewhere, you then have to finish it off and weld it, so it allows you to fix things and actually create things. Grinded is the opposite, so it allows you to grind down components and put them in your inventory. Hand drill, this allows you to mine. So you go into an asteroid and you mine it and gather resources. And then you've got ammo here. Components. So components basically are all the little things that make up the bigger things. So for example, if I want to create a battery, then it contains these components, as you can see on the right here. So I need those components to make a battery. A battery obviously stores charge, which is great if I've got solar panels. Info, there you go. So this is info about my ship, how many blocks it contains, how many non-armor blocks, 9 conveyors, 12 thrusters, and so on and so forth. Factions, now this is a great thing. So this allows you to create teams, or factions indeed. So you can create your own faction on a server, and that allows you to have exactly what it is, or guilds, factions. You can join up teams, and as I say, you can have your own little walls. So that's the terminal screen. Anyway, I'm wasting time, and one thing I found out in my last game I played is that if you ran out of uranium, as I mentioned, you're pretty much snookered. So I've got that much left. So I need to find some new uranium. So I'm going to get back in my ship here. I'm going to close in on this asteroid. So, quite a fair size asteroid actually. There's a few others around here. Okay, let's go in. Talked enough. Let's take a closer look. Okay. Let's go around the side here, let's see what's about. Some of these asteroids are hollow, so you can actually fly through them. Oh, there you go. That's got a hole in it. Don't know if it goes all the way through. Let's go take a look. We're going in. Oh yeah, it's a pretty big hole. Let's go inside. Oh, I'm crashing my vehicle. It's not good. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that's fair enough. Right, okay. Let's go out closer to the engine. So I like that. So first things first, I want to actually find some uranium so I don't run out of power. Because if I run out of power, you can't power your refinery. And if your refinery isn't powered, you can't use uranium, or you can't refine the uranium to power your refinery. So it's a catch-22. So you cannot run out of power. Right, so I'm going to park just here. I'm going to get nearer the ground, although I can't quite see how far away it is. That's good, I'll stop there. Right. So I'm just going to make sure I'm topped up on energy. Okay. If I press G, it takes you to my toolbar config, so I can bring up my tools down here. Grinder, I'm not going to use that much. Hand drill is what I'm going to be using at the moment. You've even got gestures, so you can wave, thumbs up, whatever. So these are the things, these aren't in my inventory, it just shows you all the things that I could build, providing I had the resources. And you notice on the left hand side here, some of these things are shared between the large ship station and the small ship. So a steel plate, there you go, so that's like a basic building block of things. And you can build basically the large and the small. Cockpit, again you can build large and the small. Some things are only available in certain things though, so for example gravity generator comes in one size. Missile turrets only available on large ships and stations, so on and so forth. And this is how you'd create something new, providing you had the materials. Anyway, let's go outside and start mining. If I press L I get my light and my jetpack has come on. Right, if I turn it off, floating in space. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start saving power on my ship. I'm going to turn off the lights because I want to conserve power. So, if I press K, what have we got here? Interior light. Let's turn that off. Let's turn that off. Okay, right, so I'm going to increase my gravity, so build height. Width. Won't make the gravity quite as strong. Let's take it down to half. Okay, let's try that. So notice the lights have gone off in here now, so that's the light and it's gone off. Right, so I should fall to the ground. There we go. Now, once you've got a drill in your hand, you can detect ores that are reasonably nearby. So I can see the iron, so I'm basically standing on iron. What else? Go platinum up there. Although I'm really looking for uranium. Aha! Uranium! We have found it. Right, now because I'm not near my ship, there's no gravity, and what you do here is I can drill. Now if I drill like this, see all my ores just floating away because there's no gravity, and I can press T once I'm close enough to it to pick it up. Although I just bounced into it. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of this, take it back to the ship, just so I've got something to keep me powered for a while. Okay. Excellent. Press I for inventory. There you go. I've picked up 250 odd kilograms of uranium. There's loads floating in space, so let's pick up those bits. Oh, there we go. So, I'm going to go back to my ship here. Incidentally, this thing on top here is a collector. So rather than having to go inside and drop things off and put them into a cargo hold, you can just drop things off here and it will ultimately get sucked through the conveyor system into your cargo hold or whatever it is that requires it. So I can just take this uranium ore, drop the item, what's happened is it's gone into the collector. Then you can hear it, it's being processed. So if I go inside, so if I just come over to a terminal, doesn't really matter where, if I look at my inventory, there you go, so that ore I dropped in has gone straight into the refinery. So that's what goes in, oh that's what's in there at the moment, and this is what it's passing out. So there you go, uranium ingot. Now if I look at, there you go, the reactor, we've got less than a kilo left. There you go, so it's now filling up the small reactor. Excellent. Right. Okay. Right, let's just fill up my energy while I'm here. Okay. Right, so what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to mine a load of other materials, and I'm going to bring them back to ship, put them in the collector, and my refiner will refine them. So I can just jump straight out here and take some iron ore. Okay, right, so I've been doing a little bit of mining. If I press I for inventory, so I've collected some iron, platinum and nickel. So let's come over here to my ship. Stand in front of my collector here and drop these in. So let's take a look inside. Turn on my jetpack. My ship's taken a little bit of a beating. That can be repaired. Right. Okay, how are we doing? So straight to inventory. So you can see there's a lot in the refinery now. And my reactor is increasing. Brilliant. Okay. Right. I can change what needs to be refined, so I can start refining ore, put that next to the line in the queue, and there you go now. Iron ore is being produced. Oh, I've got something reduction. There you go. It's already using the iron ore to produce the things that I had in there. So creating those components, I can't remember what I asked it to make now. What I will ask it to make is solar panels. So if I right click, so you don't produce any of those, and so I want to produce a solar panel. This is the ingredients I need. You can see in the middle of the screen there. So if I click at that once, that's how much I needed component-wise to actually create one solar panel. So that's fine. That's fine. Right. Need gold and silicon and platinum. Only gold. Okay, right, that's fine. Right, okay, so I think I'll leave it there for the moment. That's my start off in the world. You get the idea. So next time, hopefully I would have collected a lot more resources and I can start building my space station. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed my first go at Space Engineers, and I'll catch you again soon. Bye for now.